Hey guys, so it's time for this month's Would I Buy It, all right? So this video is fashioned after Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. Mine is titled Would I Buy It because I am on a no buy currently for the year of 2019. And so I'm not buying anything, but I do like kind of talking about new releases and all that jazz. And if I was buying stuff, what I would have bought, okay? All right, so let's get into it. I have everything on my phone. I'm gonna scroll down to where I stopped for March and kind of get into what is being released since that time, okay? All right, let's start out with something indie. Y'all know I love indie brands, and Give Me Glow has released a ton of new shadows, new eyeshadows, new single eyeshadows. And do I have any? Yes, I do have some Give Me Glow shadows, and they are top notch. And so they've released what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 new shadows, it looks like. Yeah, 20 new shadows, and some of them are shimmers, they're mattes, a good mix, very kind of springish colors, light, pastel-y colors. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I would have bought this. I really like Give Me Glow, but one thing about them, they stay on being out of stock. And I do want to say I am sick again for some reason, so my voice sounds a little scratchy or sounds a little raspy. That's why. I'm going to try not to cough a lot. Another indie, Clarity, which is also a Black-owned brand, has released their version of multi-chromes. So I'm being haunted by multi-chromes. I promise you, because JD Glow's multi-chromes have been haunting me since last month, and then Clarity decides to release theirs, and I'm being haunted by multi-chromes. I just want them. And I just want them for like a look like this. Just eyeshadow on the top, you know, just good amount of eyeshadow on the top, nothing on the lower lash line, and just a look. Okay, that's all. Clarity's releasing multi-chromes, and I want them. Let me see what else is indie. Mented Cosmetics has released their foundation sticks. So Mented is also a Black-owned brand, and they've come out with foundation sticks. Seems to have a pretty good range for deeper skin. Of course, Mented is Black-owned, like I said. So it does seem like their foundations are focused towards Black women, women of color, those kind of tones. So nothing really for lighter shades or whatever. But as far as that skin range, or my skin range or whatever, it looks good. It looks like they have a good amount of shades that can fit. I don't wear cream. Well, I lie. I'm starting to branch off into using all of my foundations. If you haven't seen my foundation declutter, I'll link it in the bottom. But cream is not something I gravitate towards, just because I am fairly oily, and so I have to kind of prep really well to wear cream. But good on them. I like Mented. I have a lip swatch video on my channel of their lipsticks, so I like them. So good on them. Very good on them. Oh, let's talk about disappointments. So Melt came out with the Shape Shift Stack. I believe it was available beginning of April. And from the name, I was expecting multi-chromes. Okay, I was expecting multi-chromes. So from the name Shape Shift, I was expecting multi-chromes, and that's not what I got. It's Melt, so I'm very partial to Melt. I have a smoke sessions video. That's going to be the next video that you see, but I'm very partial to Melt. And so while it's pretty, it is a pretty stack. It's not what I expected. Like, there's nothing that's really shifty, you know, there's nothing that's really has a heavy shift to it for it to be called the Shape Shift Stack. Like, I was really expecting multi-chromes, and then to see this more looks like how, you know, sometimes insects will have their wings or their bodies that will have a slight kind of iridescent, slight kind of that kind of thing to it. That's what these look like. They don't look like actual shifting things, you know. So that was disappointing. That was real disappointing. Another indie brand, Black Moon Cosmetics. Black Moon Cosmetics is coming out with their black metal palette. So I own all of their black metal lipsticks, liquid lipsticks. Love. They're like metallic lipsticks, I guess we would call them. But I love them. They're just beautiful shine, beautiful, just beautiful, okay? Just beautiful. And they're coming out with a palette that's fashioned after their lipsticks. I don't like their palette shape. I feel as if that large half moon or half circle at the top is just, it's not good. I don't like it. I don't like how, I understand it's their aesthetic and Black Moon and all that jazz. I get it, but I just feel like having a shade that big in the palette is a waste. It's a waste. I would use that pink iridescent. It looks very pretty on the dark skin model, very pretty. So I would use the pink iridescent, but I don't know. It just feels as if it's just too much. It's too much. But the colors are very pretty, and if I'm just assuming, just on the swatches, they look a lot like their liquid lipsticks. So it's very pretty. It's a palette that I would use as an accent palette. Like I would get it and just have it to do like a one shadow look like this, or have it to kind of be that pop on my lid or whatever. So I do like it. Another indie brand, Menagerie Cosmetics. So they had Menagerie. I felt kind of bad for them because I think a lot of these brands, especially the smaller ones, can't separate their love of brand from the business aspect of brand. And the owner of Menagerie came on Instagram and basically had a sob story about this palette, this Whale Song palette, and that she wanted to release it but couldn't because there weren't enough people that were whatever it was, and basically saying, I have so many of you that are following me, where are you? Sorry guys, I was interrupted by Winter. But she was basically saying, you know, she has all these followers, where are you? Blah, 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 blah. And I get it because of course indie brands are mostly patronized by makeup lovers. You know, indie brands are not, or the smaller indies, okay? Because, you know, like Dose of Colors is still indie, Melt is still indie. But Juvia's is still indie, you know? So those indie brands that are smaller, not in major retailers yet, are really only patronized by people who are into makeup. And so I get it, but it's tricky because you can't, because it left a bad taste in my mouth. I supported them when they were Makeup Monsters, and I think rebranding has a lot to do with her or their lack of whatever, because, you know, to this day I still think of them as Makeup Monsters, and so that brand recognition isn't there yet. Makeup Menagerie or Menagerie, see, I don't even know their name. You know, so I don't think that brand recognition is there yet, or at least what they're looking for is there yet. And that is part of the issue, you know. You might have lost some of the people that you were, you know, you had with that name. And then, you know, regardless of how many people are saying that they're into, you know, a blue and green palette, realistically, the reason why we don't see a lot of brands doing green and blue palettes, because most people don't wear green and blue like that. I mean, I do, but most people don't, or whatever. So the palette is very pretty. The swatches are very pretty. I actually feel like I have all these colors in my singles. So I would hesitate on getting it, but it is very, very, very pretty. The swatches look really, really good. Can we talk about food themed palettes? Let's talk about these food themed palettes. I don't like it. The only thing I want that's food themed is like my body lotions and stuff. Like, give me cinnamon roll butter, body butter, I'm happy. Cinnamon roll eyeshadow, I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't like the glam, what is it? Glam light, taco, the pizza slice, the burger. I don't want none of it. It is just tacky. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like food themed makeup. Makeup and food to me do not go together. I don't like it. So I mentioned Glam Light. They got 3 different palettes coming out. A pizza slice, a taco, and a burger. None of it I don't want. And then what is this? Bombshell Cosmetica has cookies and milkshakes and desserts. Okay, I can get with desserts, but actual main course foods like Glamlight is the main course. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Lovelux Beauty. Oh, Lovelux. So I have a few of her stuff, and she came out with these highlighting palettes, and that one for deep skin. Ooh, baby. Whew. It looks so beautiful. It's a purple, a pink, and a gold, and it looks so pretty. I want it. I really, really want it. I really want it. So pretty. And yeah, I'm like I said, I don't think that video is up yet. My kind of favorite blushes, maybe it's up yet. Anyways, if it's not up yet, it's coming, but I have a video on how I kind of wear my blushes, or not wear my blushes. I have a video on my favorite blushes or whatever, but I've been wearing my blushes kind of big and kind of in this whole general vicinity as of late, and putting that pink or that purple on top. Yeah, in a second. Sample Beauty is coming out with these with these kind of spring pigments. So I have to fill my singles collection, which would include all my pigments and stuff. And I have been fiending over pigments lately, and these look so pretty. They're like neons, but there's matte, and then there's ones that have the shimmer in it. They look so pretty, and I've been really into kind of a neonish, lightish kind of eye look thing, and these just look so dang pretty. I really, 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 really want. Okay, so Juvia's Place is coming out with a foundation. Good on you, Juvia. There's nothing else really. Foundation, concealer coming out. And then today, Colored Rain actually dropped that they're working on foundations. I just want to say how happy I am that Black-owned brands are coming out with complexion products, that we're not sticking to just eyeshadows and lipsticks, and we're actually formulating foundations that will hopefully work. I'm hoping that will actually work, that we'll be able to wear comfortably, you know, that have quality ingredients. So good on both of those companies, Juvia's Place and Colored Rain. What else is there? Let's see what else is there. Oh, was that it? All right, so mainstream brands. Let's get into mainstream brands. The disappointment of my month, Urban Decay. Urban Decay released Game of Thrones inspired palette. I talked about it a little bit in my Game of Thrones inspired palette, what I would have done video. I'll link that. And Urban Decay is full of it, okay? I watched a video last night from, I'll put her here. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but what got me was the thumbnail. This is why it pays to have good thumbnails. Born to Run and Urban Decay Urban Decay's Born to Run and the Game of Thrones palette look mighty similar. Mighty similar. So you mean to tell me that y'all literally just took shades from your Born to Run and put them in a Game of Thrones palette? Y'all didn't have any thought behind what you did? Like, I was going to ask just for the palette or whatever, so I could have it as a collector's, not a collector's item, but yeah, like a collector's item, like a fan item or whatever, because I wanted to put it on my shelf and have the, you know, Iron Throne open and all that jazz. But y'all really mean to tell me that you literally just took what was in your Born to Run palette and put it as a Game of Thrones palette? And no wonder the shades didn't go with the names. No wonder there was really no cohesiveness. No wonder it didn't have callbacks to the actual TV show or whatever, because y'all are just pulling stuff from one palette and put it in another. That's not cool. That's really not cool. I was like, when I saw that look at my accent, that thumbnail come out last night, I said, bitch, what? So yeah, just with that, like, I'm just like, bruh, Urban Decay, y'all had, like, Urban Decay used to be the ish. Like, Urban Decay was it. Urban Decay was that brand that was on the edge. They were doing stuff, like, they were doing cool stuff. They didn't care, you know. And I understand they were purchased by whoever. I can't remember who purchased them. L'Oreal, I want to say. But I understand that they were purchased, and that usually, you know, means, you know, a decline. But golly, how what is the saying? How the mighty have fallen, or whatever that saying is. How the mighty have fallen, Urban Decay, because bruh, it's disappointing, very disappointing. Let's see what else is there. Urban Decay. Colorpop, okay, Colorpop, here's your section, Colorpop. Colorpop has come out with the Villains collection. They have come out with, what is this? A neon or festival collection. Yeah, those are the only two I have on here. And y'all know I'm over Colorpop. Colorpop's gonna take over the world one day. They are. So thanks, Colorpop. You always checking out for us. Thank you. Ulta is doing a collection with the Avengers. I feel the exact same way about this collection as I do the Sephora one. It's trash. That eyeshadow palette is trash. How are we going to have an eyeshadow palette for the Avengers that is a beige, like it's legit a beige palette, like it's beige and deep brown, and that's it. Like, it's a beige palette and it's a deep brown palette, and that's it. That's what we doing? That's what we doing? Okay. All right. Like, I really want to do my own Avengers palette, because 10 years, 22 movies, culminating in this whole Endgame thing that is happening in a couple weeks that I'm so excited. I bought my Thursday showing and I bought my Saturday showing because I have to go see it twice. Y'all already know I am that person. But this is what you put out? Okay. Makeup Revolution teamed up with Makeup by Tammy, and they pull out a Carnival palette. This palette is so pretty to me. I don't need another rainbow palette. I don't, but I want this. I really want this, and I want to support Tammy. I'm not buying it because no buy. Yeah, I really want that. It's so pretty. Pat McGrath has released single eyeshadows. The only thing I would get from this is that glittery purple, I think it's called Synthetica. I love Pat McGrath. Y'all know I own all of her palettes, so you know, me and mother are good. We are good. Like, she's bae. But for that price, ma'am, and the fact that they are it's less product, and the fact that, you know, 2 of them hoes are, you know, the same price as a 6-pan mini palette that you make. I don't understand. I respect the hustle. I respect the hustle. But ooh, that price, that's a hefty price, Miss McGrath. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to swing that, you know, if I wanted to, but I wouldn't. I would only get Synthetica. Alamar Cosmetics back on indie released these blush palettes, and I have not gone through my blush collection yet, but I'm a blush fiend. I love me a good blush. I love a good blush, right? She released 3 separate trios, and the deep one looks, it looks like, that's what it looks like. You know, y'all know that Shaq meme? That's what it looks like. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. That deep one, that middle shade, I want it. I'm not gonna get it, but I want it. And I think that's it. Wet n Wild came out with the crystal collection. Everybody's doing crystals this year. I guess that's the new thing, crystals and all that stuff. I guess astrology was last year, crystals is this year. Oh, MAC has come out with these not powder kip. They came out with this nude collection of lipsticks. I don't need not another lipstick ever again in my whole life. And probably when I come back as whoever I'm coming back as, hopefully it's somebody who is, you know, well off. But I don't need another lipstick ever again, right? And I want some of these shades. Some of these shades look so beautiful to me. And I love MAC lipsticks. Like I have a whole 2 containers of them. Love MAC lipsticks, and that their nudes are just, I want it. I want some of those. Oh, and Natasha Noda, this is the most, what are you thinking, girl? Why do you want on this whole thing? Natasha Noda has come out with a neutral palette, and I want the hell out of that palette. Why? I have no idea, because I have enough neutrals to last me forever. And do you see the looks that I do? I'm not a neutral person. I don't do neutral all that often. Like, I'll do neutral, I'll do it, but it's not something I gravitate towards. Well, lies. If I'm in a makeup, like whatever, I'm red or whatever, then I'm neutral all day. But if I'm really like into makeup, like I have been this year, and actually using my stuff, neutral looks aren't something that I do all that often. But damn, y'all, that palette is so beautiful to me. It is so beautiful to me. It is so beautiful to me, and it is so beautiful to me. I want it. The different, I want it. I want it. And I have all of those. I know for a fact I have all of those shades at least two times over. At least 2 times over. But I really want it. It's so pretty. And the pants are removable. Look at me talking myself into it. The pants are removable, so you can, you know, take them to travel, and you can do this and you can do that. Girl, sit down. But yeah, it's so pretty. And like, I love Natasha's Instagram, because I'm really into kind of that bushy brow, that kind of all, as you can see from my look today, that kind of one shadow look all the way up into the brow bone, and just kind of brought out, and then the skin is real kind of glowy, and everything kind of melds. Your highlighter flows into your blush, flows into your bronzer, contour, and then her, I'm not getting the Biba palette, but I want it. It went on my things I would have bought for 2019. It did. But yeah, guys, so that has been my whole spiel. My whole spiel on would I buy it for the month of April? Let me know if there's anything that came out that I didn't cover that you wanted to buy, or you did buy, or you would have bought if you weren't on a no buy like me. Okay. All right, guys. So make sure you follow me on all my social medias, Ashley Kristena on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, Makeup Matters for Women of Color on Instagram, and my blog, ashleykristena.com. All right, guys. So hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.